stupid man, I know. It will take me 10 years to convince you, so here's for the truth. I will speak about 4 issues. Number one, I'll speak about a little bit about myself, a 3-minute story about myself. Who am I? Where am I coming from? Where I'm hopefully going. Number two, I'll speak about illegal foreigners in this country, which I was crucified because I said I'll switch off the oxygen in the hospitals when I am in power. Number three, I'll speak about what happened in the coalition and I'm going to speak about what is going to happen in 2024. I think of all the people you want to listen to, I can say I'm an authority on what's going to happen in 2024. And lastly, I'm going to speak about the guilt that white people still feel in this country. So yeah, my name is Gayton Mckenzie. My grandfather is a Japanese. My grandmother is an Irish woman. My father is a mix between the two. My mother is a black Sotho woman. And I'm a colored male. So when I say crazy things sometimes, it's the different races fighting within me. I grew up in Heidelberg. Now my father was the most honest man. And people love to say that. But this is no cliche. It's a cliche. But I'm telling you, my father was the most honest man I've ever met in my life. We were poor. He worked for NCR, National Cash Register. And my father would fix this cash registers and would have no food in the house. And he would find money under the drawer of the cash register. And my father would not use 1 cent of that. While my neighbor was the first bank robber I got to know. I know you guys go through your whole life not even seeing a bank robber. I lived next to one. And he had all the girls, all the cars, all the nice things in life, the clothes. While my dad had nothing. He's an honest man. And crime for me was a career choice. I knew from the age of 8, I will never be my father. I want to be my neighbor. I will never be working, fixing cash registers. So it wasn't because we were poor. Yes, we were poor, but that wasn't the reason why I made those choices. Long story short, I became a gangster at the age of 13. At the age of 15, I was involved in my first bank robbery. At the age of 18, I was one of the most wanted criminals in this country. At the age of 20, I was arrested and sentenced to 17 years in prison. I became a leader of the 26 gang, a general of the 26 gang. Now, just to explain to some of you here, or I hope to all of you, in prison you get 5 gangs. You get a 26 gang, they're the capitalists of the system. You get a 27 gang, they're the violent guys, the killing, the blood. You get a 28 gang, the more the sexual, rape, those type of things. Then you get the big 5s, they are informers of the system. And then you get the Royal Air Force, they're the guys that escaped from prison. I don't know much about them because they're never there, but yeah. So I became a member of a general of the 26 gang. How do you become a general? Basically by raw intelligence, cunning, and being brutal. While I was in jail, I was extremely racist. I hated white people with a passion, and I hated white people, and I've never met anybody that hated white people like I did. And in jail, any white person would feel it because in jail you get reverse apartheid. The white guy is the black guy of outside, and the lords of the prison are obviously the colored and black guys. In jail, one day I had a life-changing godly moment where they raped one child in jail. He was raped by 18 men, a 13-year-old white boy that they gave a chocolate in prison, and he was raped by 18 men. And for me, that was the day when my life changed because he cried, he screamed, he begged. None of us helped him. I was there. I didn't help that boy. They raped that boy the whole night for 9 hours. There was blood on the floor, blood on the sheets, blood on the curtains, blood all over. And none of us helped him. And I was walking. The next morning, he was laying in a corridor, naked, shivering in his own blood. And everybody jumped over him. And just as I was about to jump over him, I looked at him and I said, "You should go to the cops." And he said, "I can't go." I said, "Why?" He said, "Because they killed me, these criminals." I picked him up at great risk to my own life. I took him to the cops. They said there's no proof, and that's what they say to prisoners when prisoners lodge a complaint. I then decided that, you know what, I'm going to show them all the proof. Long story short, I smuggled in video cameras. Bit by bit, screw by screw, part by part. I made the world's biggest prison expose, where I exposed all the crime in prison, all the rapes, all the guns, all the smuggling of food, all the violence. The video was shown all over the world. It has now been bought by one of the biggest film companies in the world, because it stands as the biggest prison expose. And I remember Nelson Mandela played the role in us getting out of jail. We were told only afterwards. And when I came out of jail, I had no job, nothing. I got a job at SAP Security to speak to school children. That was in 2003. When I left SAP, I was one of the most senior people, and I went into mining, started my own business. I went into the diamond industry, the gold industry, the slate industry, and I attained wild financial success. In 2010, I decided, you know what? How they treat colored people in this country is not the way my people should be treated. I am going to assist colored people only. And I started a party in 2013 called the Patriotic Alliance. In 2013, we got 13,000 votes. We didn't get one seat, but I persevered together with the people that was me. 2016, we got 5 seats. 2019, we got no seats again. 2021, we were the breakout party. We got 85 seats nationwide, and we were the kingmakers in Knysna, in Tivaterskloof, in Johannesburg, in Tshwane, everywhere. We were the kingmakers. And we are the fastest, and this is not me selling anything, but we are the fastest growing political party, because we are the only party that you can track. When a member joins us, it shows. When a member leaves, it shows. So we are the fastest growing party. So what I want to talk to you about is about South Africa. Firstly, I want to say to white people, you know what? Everybody kicks the can down the road. It's time for white people to stop feeling guilty for what your parents did to my parents. Because as long as you feel guilty, we will not move and build this country. You know what? The ANC had 30 years to get us out of this, and they have failed to do that. And I want to say to any white person here, build the country. Stop trying to defend stuff and talking about the good old days. And stop posting this nonsense. I see people post how things used to be in apartheid. Yes, it was like that for you. Wait till we start posting things about how things were looking for our parents in the good old days. So I think that's just nonsense people are doing. And the second thing I want to talk about, so I'm just going to hit the issues fast because I'm already at 11 minutes left. The second issue I want to talk about is illegal immigrants. You know, the truth of the matter is that you guys are the captains of industry. You are the business people. And none of you, if you've been given a choice here, you will never hire South African. You've proven it. You hire illegal foreigners. But what you do not know, let me tell you, you know, when guys are in the diamond industry, I know guys in Switzerland in the diamond industry. I know guys in America in the diamond industry. I know guys in places I've never been in the diamond industry, because we talk about the same type of stuff. Now, when you've been in jail, you know prisoners from Germany, you know prisoners from everywhere. It's another community. And I can tell you now as a fact, most illegal immigrants in this country come straight from jail into your house, and you leave them with your daughters and your children. I'm saying it here today. Farmers are being killed by illegal foreigners, because you go to every farm, there's illegal foreigners. There's no fingerprints. 90% of you sitting here don't even know the family of your help at home. You go to the Western Cape, there's not a single restaurant where you'll find a South African. Some of you say South Africans are lazy. Let me tell you something. That's a lie to suit yourself. You say those things because, number one, you know a legal foreigner does not have a union. Number two, you know a legal foreigner, you don't need to contribute towards UIF. It's an indictment that business people in this country has taken the posture of being against South Africans and choosing illegal foreigners. I'm an ex-prisoner. Forget about me, because I'm successful. But the normal ex-prisoner can't find a job in this country, because when you vet him and you find out, but none of you here has vetted the illegal foreigners working in your houses, working in your business. But I've got news for you. 2024, there will not be one illegal foreigner 2 days after the new government will come in, because most of us have one demand for our vote. Our vote is all illegal foreigners should be mass deported. Now, if you're a businessman like I am, you can fool some politicians that has never built a $100 million company. I did. So I'm saying to you today, if you're going to plan your business around illegal foreigners, you are in trouble unimaginable. You have no idea what's going to happen in this country. Because some of you think, say, what happens in Sandton is what's happening in the country. The reason why people like Julius and them have support, people like us have support, because people are angry, but we don't see that anger. What's going to happen in 2024? So I'm just conclusion. Let me tell you, this country, you want law and order, but you allow people to jump the border. Refugees, you call them, no, they are refugees. Refugees that go on holiday December. What type of refugees are this? They should leave. They should leave our hospitals. And I'm not going to come here and tell you any reason why they should stay. But I'm going to tell you one reason why they should go. Because the next violence that will erupt against illegal foreigners in this country, if they couldn't stop the violence in Durban, and Durban only, can you imagine if the whole country rise up? The country is angry at illegal foreigners. And we are the ones hiring them. We are the ones, the people with money, are the ones giving them opportunities. You have never vetted the illegal foreigner. He's alone with your wife. I have white friends of mine that phone that the daughter has been raped, the man has been killed, the wife has been killed, that is losing their minds. Where will you find him? Because there's no fingerprints. Number two, don't let anybody tell you there will not be a coalition in this country. Let me tell you, we are very fortunate in South Africa that we have one chance. It is proven the ANC, I don't want to dwell on that. They have had 30 years to govern. They have not governed. The country is going down. The country is going down. So let's not talk about that. That for me, it's a fact. That has been established. What must still be established is that this is the second and last chance we have to remove the ANC. The DA came closest to removing the ANC was Mmusi Maimane. That was the closest. If you can check 2016, what happened with Mmusi Maimane, the DA. And then they removed Mmusi Maimane because apparently he made the mistake. How many mistakes has Helen Zille made? Now I want to say something to you. There's one man that I never thought I would say this, but there's one man that has dedicated his life to fixing the Rainbow Coalition, and it's Dr. Corny Mulder of the Freedom Front Plus. He has worked tirelessly, and there's one woman that has been destroying what he has been building. Let me tell you what happened in Johannesburg. I said to them, listen, I will join your coalition. For now, put me in, but as soon as we are stabilized, I will demand another portfolio. The same was IFP. When that time arrived for us to demand, Helen Zille said, no, we can't give you. I said, then I'm walking. She says, he will not walk. He's bluffing us. The rest is history. The same happened in Eisner. I said with John Steenhuisen at the Cullinan Hotel, I said, if you are not going to appoint a colored person, because that's an all-white management, I will walk. He also was told by Helen, we will not walk. Herman Mashaba is my competitor, but I can tell you one thing. Herman Mashaba tried his damnedest to save this coalition. If you have one chance for your children to not be under ANC rule, while Herman Mashaba and Mulder, Dr. Corny Mulder is trying to bring a coalition that can beat the ANC, the DA is talking to the ANC for a coalition in 2024. The joke is on them because the mayor of Cape Town said it, Helen Zille said it, the thing said it, but you guys don't want to hear that. The ANC will run them out of the ground. They are busy talking. I'm telling you as a fact. I am in the ANC coalition. They tell us, these ones think we are stupid. They want to dictate to us what will happen in 2024. Once they've given us the vote, we will show them flames. Now I'm saying to you today, don't vote for the PA, but definitely don't vote for the DA. Vote for Action SA or Freedom Front Plus, because your votes are going straight to the Tuli House. Helen Zille told you that, but you know you want to be soothed that it is not like that. Never vote for me, because the 5 things I'm going to do is things that most of you do not like. So don't vote for me. Number 1, I'm going to bring God back into schools, into South Africa, because God has been written out of our constitution. Number 2, I'm going to make sure that every child over the age of 18 goes to the army. Whether you like it, whether you're white, whether you're black, whether you're gay, whether you're straight, you can throw the gun away, but you are going. Number 3, I'm going to mass deport all illegal foreigners and punish business people that still keep them for a day or two. Now you're not clapping, I can see. Number 4, I'm going to make sure that we get rid of white, black, Indian, colored. On the paper, it will only be white people, will only be black people, white people, colored people, Indian people will be known on the paper only as South Africans. It's time for us to, everybody kicks the can. Everybody gets away from the racism issue. Let's deal with the 2 issues bothering this country, race and land. Number 1, get away from race. Let's be one nation under God and build this country together and make South Africa great. Number 2, the land issue. You know, I just laugh when I see all these debates. We want the land and we're not going to give you the land. Here's this simple story what the PA stands for. We say, if you have land, that's fine. The state got lots of land that they can give to whoever wants land. But here's the issue. If you are a black man that wants land, or a colored man, or a white man, or any man, you got to have that land. It needs to be productive. It needs to give people jobs. It needs to pay land. We need to see productivity happening on the land. If not, we will then take that land from you and compensate you. So you can have 300 farms. But if those 300 farms are not producing, and you only produce on 4 of them, we will take 296 farms and pay you market value for your farms. Listen, let me tell you, the last thing I will do is be a farmer. My friend is a farmer. He wakes up 4 o'clock. He's richer than what I am, and he drives a Toyota Hilux Bakkie. I've never been that mad. And an old one, I once asked him, I said, you drive so fast, do you have an airbag? He says, in this car, we die like men. There's no airbag. So I want to say to you, South Africa, the worst person that will prevent us rising is Helen Zille. No way you can fight with everybody and then you're the innocent one. She fought with Helen, she fought with Herman, she fought with Musi, she fought with the lady that was there, the black lady was at the DA. She fought with Herman Mashaba. She comes here, speak good English, say, we're going to remove the ANC. That's all you want to hear, remove the ANC. But the crazy part, you don't see, Helen Zille is the reason why there will not be, why the ANC will be in government come 2024. The ANC will be in government with a coalition with the PA and with other parties that don't want to see Helen Zille. Somebody needs to call Helen Zille and tell her. She goes on TV yesterday. She says, I told her, I'm just in politics to steal. My biggest opposition, and she says, Cornick murder was with me. Cornick murder gave her affidavit that said, I was there. Gayton has never said that. How stupid does she think we are? She's coming here. I was hoping that she must be the speaker after me because I wanted to listen to crazy talk today. John Steenhuisen is the ultimate gentleman, and he's smart. The problem with John Steenhuisen is, as long as Helen is there, you will never see his true potential. She wanted to make the PA a beach, and we butt her, because we ain't nobody's beach. And in conclusion, I want to leave you with something to think about here. Nelson Mandela was the hero of everyone. Today, Nelson Mandela is the hero of foreigners and white people only. Don't believe what I'm telling you. Who's still celebrating in the black community Nelson Mandela Day? Not even the government. Go speak to our kids. They tell you he's a sellout. And I'm saying to you today, Nelson Mandela is no sellout. You white people turned him into a sellout. You turned Nelson Mandela into a sellout because he took your word. He went to us and said the Springbok emblem should remain. He went to us and said, you guys must work together. Afrikaners are good people. Look at where we are today. Look at this room. This is the strongest indictment on where we are. This is a business room. You can count 3 black people in this room. And that's how the JSE looks. That's how business looks. We are nowhere. You guys are everywhere. You've not reciprocated as white people what Mandela has done to you. And you can get as angry as much as you like. But the truth of the matter is,